Hey yo everybody, XCI here for Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins. Here we have Samli. We are in the apprentice quarters of the Mage Tower. We just finished our harrowing and we get to talk to people and see what's going down. We just talked to our buddy Joe on. He's afraid of becoming
Congratulations on your test.
So we're going to see what's up with that. Make sure our encouragement is high of the man. I think he'll be fine. He'll turn out just fine, right guys? I've already played the game. For those of you new here, I know exactly what happens to Joe on. Hold on. Before I start going up the tower, let's finish, or through the tower, down the tower, wherever I'm going. Let me finish taking everything I can from here.
My mentor says I have
talking
great
to
potential.
people. Do you?
Hello there.
Are you becoming an abomination one day? I mean, never mind. Okay, so that was it. Nothing else here. So what's this big door for? Why? Here, I'm gonna go left because I always go left. So.
Don't know. Grey Warden hasn't said anything yet. And shh, we're on duty.
Yeah, there's no one here.
Someone's always watching.
Right
I swear
here.
it's like the walls have eyes.
Shh. I'm right here. Oh damn! Did I cut them off? Damn it. Okay. Looty looty. Blank vellum, which maybe I'll find out what blank vellum is for finally. Hey guys, what's going on?
I really shouldn't be talking while on duty.
Well, you were just talking though. Not possible
Yes,
to
is
pick.
there something you need?
What are you whispering about? That's a big door. Can I leave the tower? Is this the only way out of the tower? What's out there? No. Have a nice day. That's a big door. I wouldn't care about any of this. Is this the only way out of the tower? What's out
For
there?
Eldon, it's not very interesting.
Because I don't really know what to
Farms,
ask.
the
I'm okay with
occasional
being in
river.
here, so... that's a big door. Can I leave? Is that the only way out of tower? I know as a player you probably ask this stuff so you can learn about stuff. Sure, let's do stuff as a player. Can I leave the
No,
tower?
you may not. I'm surprised
I also
you
want to
asked.
hear the
I
acting.
would have thought you'd be used to this idea
I
by now.
don't know what came over me. I think I'm just a little foggy from being in the Fade for too long. That's
Yes,
a big
it is.
door.
Do you need something, or are you just here to state the obvious?
Yes, this is just being
The
a
same to
doofus.
you.
All right, I'm out. Where's the girl who has the hots for me? Hey, does one of you ladies have the hots
Jowen's
for
been
me?
acting weird all day. Have you
Yeah,
seen him?
Sort of afraid of being tranquil. Okay, I can't find the girl who I want to believe was talking about me. How awesome I was.
Did you hear?
Did I hear what? What?
I heard.
I heard Humbert volunteered to take the right of tranquility.
Anyone
Oh.
do something
How
so
awful.
stupid? That's a death sentence.
What's the death sentence?
Blood magic is
Why is your voice being thrown
That's
across
what
the
I
room?
hear anyway.
There we go. Oh, it's an elf. Hey, elf. How about you, buddy? What do you got to say?
I wish I could leave the tower once in a while.
It's okay. It's for your own good and for the good of everybody. Oh, we got an acolyte staff. Let's put a staff up in here. And we get some lyrium dust. Sure, let's put this up in our bar. Down in our bar. A health potion down in our bar. And onward. Whoop. Are you the elf? Yeah, you're the elf. Another vanity. Just to cover up my scars a little bit, just in case I have to talk in public. Which I most certainly would not do with Samli. That he makes friends so that the friends can talk in public. That's what Samli's all about. We got a mage staff. Is it better? Mage staff 6. Yes, it is. Oh wait, what's the extra bonuses? +2 spell power. I'll take it. Oh, I have a hood. Let's put on the hood. Apprentice Cal. You look like a maniac, and that's why I have a no helms mod. Can I go down here? I can go in the basement? Do I want to be down here? I don't think I want to be down here right now. I should finish what's up top. Oh boy. I don't think I should be down here. Okay, I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna go back up. Let's just finish this floor first, please. Oh, this is where all the
All right.
Nope, wrong place. I thought this is where the library was. Where? Yep, there it is.
Must control the fire with your will. Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries. Injuries? But...
Fire.
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will...
Don't panic.
No.
And try to stay with you.
Breathe.
Okay, let's see. Oh!
You know, in my experience,
an illusion.
flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
That's
We're all
terrifying.
really happy for you.
Thank you. Let's talk to you, buddy. You want to cast fire on me?
Congratulations on your harrowing.
Just a very strange fascination for the flame, folks.
This is hard.
Just keep at it. Keep at it. You'll get it someday. Where's this book? I'm gonna summon a pig or whatever the hell I'm supposed to.
Remember what the chantry says about magic.
Oh, yes.
Magic must serve man and not rule over
Roll
him.
over him.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Don't be an asshole.
do magic.
Summary. Don't be an
I'll
asshole.
get on it.
No,
The Fade.
that's not what it means.
We're not going to read
It
that
means that magic should be used
We've been there.
to
You
help
guys know.
people. But we can't use our magic to
Go
force
on.
people to do what we want.
one. Correct.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
I was like, first person view. F. Skyrim. That's Skyrim.
Aren't the children just precious?
I don't know. Is it Joanne?
If I had put all my power behind that spell,
over
you
here.
would have been obliterated.
Hello there.
I am
Hi.
not your enemy. Fear is
You're
your
not
enemy.
Joanne.
It is a weakness that can be
Oh,
exploited.
you're the teacher. You're the student. Oh, you're throwing your voice across the room
Is
again.
that what you want?
I heard Humbert volunteered to take the right of tranquility.
Why did Humbert
How
do that?
awful.
Resist whatever I throw at you. Again.
Can I? Okay, let me. No. Okay, you don't want. Okay, don't want me to talk to you. No problem. You're just okay. Just prepping up. Any more books in here? No. Okay. Up we go. Another book. Boop. We have mana and the use of magic.
Congratulations on your
Apprentice.
test.
Thank you, apprentice.
I heard Irving wants to see you.
Yes. I guess Irving is up here. What's in the basement then? Can I still go in the basement after all this? I just feel like I'm afraid. That last playthrough, there was a demon in that basement, and I couldn't open the door. The demon just came out. I don't want to be anywhere near a demon right now. Oh, that's not Irving. That's Owain. Sure, let's talk to Owain.
Welcome to the
Get all
circle
tranquiled up.
stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
What is the stockroom for? What can I buy here? Are you really a tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility.
Player, I asked.
I was unwilling to
I wanna
undergo the
hear
harrowing.
this.
I find this state agreeable.
Oh, so he was unwilling because, so if you're too afraid, you just say, no, tranquil's fine. That's pretty cool. You just kind of you remove yourself from the magic pool. That's fine. That's cool. Don't you think what they did to you is cruel? You actually like being this way? I suppose he wouldn't have an emotion. I suppose that could be nice.
I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions.
So they still remember
Now things are
emotions.
simple.
They just don't have an emotion on the emotions. And now you are no longer a person. I don't know if I'd say that. What happened during the Rite of Tranquility? Sure.
I was ordered to never speak of it. I cannot
Oh,
go
as
against
well?
the Circle's wishes.
Oh. So you just no one talks about anything, whether it's tranquil or the harrowing. Tranquility or harrowing. I should go now.
Very well. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Owain. Keep yourself safe. Hi, Tranquil.
Good day to you.
Hi, Tranquil number 3.
Is there something you need? You must speak to Owain.
Thanks for nothing, Tranquil 3. Tranquil 4. Good day.
Your mentors must be happy for you. You passed the harrowing.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. You're not important to me. Senior Enchanter Sweeney. Oh, is this all the names of that you end up learning
hello.
about when you do the playthrough?
I don't believe we've met.
All the guys that
Are
are
you
like
new
working
to the circle?
What? You might remember me as an apprentice. Oh, I see. I'm a newly harrowed mage, but I've lived here all my life. Are you daft? I've seen you in here many times. I think Samli would call someone out. Yeah, he would.
I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go.
Maybe you should become a tranquil, buddy. Everyone makes mistakes. No excuses. Starting, I'd say they've already gone. Okay, I see. Starting, I'd say they've already gone. Maybe someone could help you fix them. Yeah, it's magic, man. Yeah.
You're
Pick it
too
up, fix, yo.
kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that.
Magic could.
Not any magic I'd be caught doing. Anyway, did you need something?
I just wanted to talk.
I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to?
No, I'm a mage now. I can do whatever I want. Isn't that how it works? As Adric sleeping behind. Whoa. What's all this?
I'll get on it.
4 schools of magic. Oh, these are fun to read. I'm not going to read them. They're fun, though. Wiki them. They're just, it's going to be a lot of reading. The 4 schools, creation. So they each talk about
was better than later.
One of the 4 schools of magic. I sort of, I had some discussions in the comments that kind of brought these things up, which is why I know a little bit about them, because I wanted to find out how Samli would fit into.
You need something. If
into
not,
the 4
step
schools.
back. You're in my light.
I'm sorry, we'll leave you alone. You're light. I'll stand where I please. You're light.
I'm trying to study. Have some consideration for a fellow mage.
I could respect that. I'm sorry, I would apologize. So, very well, I will leave you alone. I don't take orders from elves. Ooh, you're well spoken for an elf. You're just an apprentice, not a mage. Very well, I'll leave you alone.
Good day.
I guess I could ask a little bit about the whole... Oh, I think this is new. I don't remember reading this. Hierarchy of the circle. It is no simple matter safeguarding ordinary men from mages and mages from themselves. Each circle tower must have some measure of self-government. For it is ever the Maker's will that man be given the power to take responsibility for our own actions, to sin and fail, as well as to achieve the highest grace and glory on our own strength. You who will be tasked with the protection of the circle must be aware of its workings. The first enchanter is the heart of any tower. He will determine the course his circle will take. He will choose which apprentices may be tested and made full mages, and you will work most closely with him. Assisting the first enchanter will be the senior enchanters, a small council of most trusted and experienced magi in the tower. From this group, the next first enchanter is always chosen. Beneath the council are the enchanters. These are the teachers and mentors of the tower. And you must get to know them in order to keep your finger on the pulse of the circle, for the enchanters will always know what is happening among the children. All those who have passed their harrowing but have not taken apprentices are mages. This is where most trouble in a circle lies, in the idleness and inexperience of youth. The untested apprentices are the most numerous denizens of any tower, but they more often pose threats to themselves due to their lack of training than to anyone else. I see. Cool. They're kind of short. I guess they'd be worth reading. Maybe we'll read them when we find all 4. Another tranquil.
Owain is in charge of the stockroom.
Yeah, got it.
Anything. And I've heard that the Aquitarians are starting to soften
Here
a
we
little
go.
on
The
the
awesome
libertarian
mage
position.
politics. I love this.
Sympathy for a position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the loyal. Just think of what the Chantry would do if suddenly the circles were petitioning for more independence, or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
That'd be awesome. Is that what that would be?
Short-sighted libertarians. They'll get their way
and
take us all down with them.
History of the circle.
All right.
4 schools of magic.
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Hey, Senior Torren. Oh, that's not who I... Yeah, Niall. He's the guy who, goes into the Fade with you. That's awesome. Or, he helps you get to the demon and then goes bye-bye. 4 schools of magic. We got... Sure, why not? Okay. The School of Creation, sometimes called the School of Nature, is the second of the schools of matter, the balancing force and complement of entropy. Creation magic manipulates natural forces, transforming what exists and bringing new things into being. Creation requires considerable finesse, more than any other school, and is therefore rarely mastered. Those mages who have made a serious study of creation are the highest in demand, useful in times of peace as well as war. So a little bit of win there, probably Samli. Yeah, Samli would heal, of course he would, because of the whole life, death, rebirth, fire. So, entropy, and he'd have a mix of entropy. The second of the 2 schools of matter, entropy is the opposing force of creation. For this he balanced life, death, rebirth, fire, the renewal of all, the destruction of things, and also fire is necessary for things to grow. Anyways, doesn't matter. Entropy, the second of the 2 schools of matter, entropy is the opposing force of creation. For this reason, it is often called the school of negation. Nothing lives without death. Time inevitably brings an end to all things in the material world, and yet in this ending is the seed of a beginning. A river may flood its banks, causing havoc, but bringing new life to its floodplain. The fire that burns a forest ushers in new growth, and so it is with entropic magic that we manipulate the forces of erosion, decay, and destruction to create new. I love it. Primal. Sometimes called the school of power, the primal school is the second of the schools of energy, balanced by spirit, and concerns the most visible and tangible forces of nature itself. This is the magic of war, fire, ice, and lightning, devastation. This is what the vast majority imagines when they hear the word magic. And finally, we have spirit, the school of spirit. The first of two schools of energy, spirit is opposed by the primal school. It is a school of mystery, the ephemeral school. This is the study of the invisible energies which surround us at all times, yet are outside of nature. It is from the fade itself that this magic draws its power. Students of this school cover everything from direct manipulation of mana and spell energies to the study and summoning of spirits themselves. By its nature, an esoteric school, as most others know virtually nothing about the fade, studies of spirit magic are often misunderstood by the general populace or even confused for blood magic, an unfortunate fate for a most useful branch of study. This is true. And we have spirits and demons, and we have history of the circle. The mages went cheerily into exile in a remote fortress outside of the capital, where they would be kept under the watchful eye of the Templars and a council of their own elder magi. Outside of normal society and outside of the chantry, the mages would form their own closed society, the Circle, separated for the first time in human history. So it's funny that, I mean, they still kind of exist under that strange rule of chantry kind of determining how they exist in the world and using Templars to enforce that will. I find that's quite interesting.
Are you looking for something?
Even despite that they got that separation from the church and magic. And anyways, hello, are you looking for something? What are you talking? What were you talking about the other mage about? What were you talking to the other mage about? Yeah.
Oh, the fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us.
Samli would be behind the isolationists, I think. Why don't you go off then? I agree. If we run away, they'll never learn not to fear us. Yeah, but if you're isolated, I forget. Someone told me the 4, and then I kind of, in the comments, I was working this out for Samli. Is there like a mixed one or something? He believes that, I mean, you should be careful, but you still need to. I mean, he believes magic has a purpose in the world. For example, to power armies, to defeat things like the Blight, or just opposing countries and stuff. Like they're weapons of war. Mages are weapons of war. Why? I'm just gonna say.
I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could, but you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down.
Yeah.
There is no leaving the circle.
That, I guess.
It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it?
Who are you?
I'm Jarl, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have. All right. Have a good day.
That was a weird ending. That was a really weird ending.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
Thank you. What were you talking about earlier? Sure.
Oh, the fraternities of the enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics.
So apprentices don't really learn about the fraternities?
Really.
Until later, when they get caught up in politics? What? Tell me about the fraternities, please.
They're found in all circles.
I need a reminder as a player here.
Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians.
Yeah. Let's do this, okay?
They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to.
That's what Samli.
Then there are the Chantry apologists, the loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians
I would
just
respect,
want
but not
to make
follow
money.
to the letter, I don't think.
And the isolationists
I
would
don't
like us
think
all
so.
to be hermits and live on an island.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
Then,
be
of
an
course, there are
isolationist. I
the
take that back.
libertarians. They want more power for the circle, more autonomy.
Yes. Would there be a mix of this? So libertarian and aquitarian, or whatever they were called, those I think would be the closest to my political affiliation. Which do you belong to? Isn't that a good thing? Yeah, isn't that a good thing?
And that's what they would say. Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting.
Sort of true, but there's,
But what can you do?
You can't have everyone follow the same thing. I mean, it's a lot of mages in this world, so giving up doesn't help anyone.
An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately.
Maybe.
Lots of world to cover.
Maybe I'll talk to Irving and start things off. Tranquil. Guy who doesn't remember shit. I've been there. There we go. Did I come from here? I don't think so. Nope. Cleaning the floor? Wait. Mage? Oh, I guess. Everyone's got to clean.
Excuse me. I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, were you not cleaning the floor? Were you
I'm
doing
sorry.
something else?
I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving.
Okay. There's a Grey Warden here? What's a Grey Warden? Would I know what I mean? Maybe. Sure. Why not? Yeah, Samli would know what a Grey Warden is.
Yes, Duncan his name is. He must be here to talk to Irving about something important. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once.
And he'd be interested in the Grey Wardens because of the whole how they get involved in things, not only like things like the Blight, but they will involve themselves whenever necessary to keep a balance, I guess is how I understand the Grey Wardens. Do what you got to do for the safety of whatever. I think Ferelden Wardens is Ferelden, or Orlesians is for Orlais, but I think they're just balance protectors, I guess. That's why they're grey. I don't know. Really?
There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since.
Oh, well,
I should get back to my work.
That's interesting. Wouldn't have guessed that. Not at all. So I guess you become the one mage, huh? Okay, so let's wander on down the hall. I just saw Mr. Cullen, of whom I've seen plenty of mod for. So I guess he's important. I think someone said that he was intended as a companion, or there's a mod out there that makes him a companion. Private documents, item received. Why are you saying item received? No, that's not important. Hey, Mage.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters.
Yay, an upgrade.
Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon.
Yay.
Go on, make yourself comfortable.
Hi, Mage. Hi, fellow mage.
I heard that you completed the harrowing in record time.
Heh. That's right. Remember my name. Hey, Mage.
Irving wants to see you. Get going.
Okay, then. And this is a big place to just be wandering around like this. Hey, Cullen, how's it going, buddy? Do I know you? Come on, do your thing.
Greetings. I'm glad your harrowing went well.
I should be on my way. Who are you? I wasn't looking forward to being run through either. Oh, this was the guy who was going to kill me. They made a comment upstairs or something. If things went wrong. Thanks. That's reassuring. I wasn't planning on failing. Yeah, I wasn't planning. Yeah, that's the cocky answer that I got to take right there.
I have heard of failed harrowings. The consequences were not pleasant. Honestly,
so I've heard.
I've never seen an abomination, or been called on to slay one.
So you could have made a mistake. You don't know what an abomination looks like? I'm sure someone would have told you when to strike. You don't know an abomination? What the hell? So you could have made a mistake.
Gregor would have guided me. Something must happen. But what if it's not obvious? Could abominations be walking among us right now?
Yeah, you're making me weird now. So I'm sure there are no abominations. I'm sure there's no abominations here, and never will be. We're totally safe. You had best be on your guard then, huh? What kind of Templar is easily frightened? I don't think he's frightened. He's just confused, I think, or he's new, or something. I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm sure there are no abominations here.
This is still new to me.
I have no reason to believe that.
Maybe one day I'll be as dedicated and driven as Knight Commander Gregor.
Oh wait, Knight Commander Gregor is the dink that wanted to kill all the mages. Right. He's a little loose cannony, I think. A little too quick. Yeah, a little too quick. I should be to like just snuff out mages for whatever, but he'd be right because they do turn into abominations. So okay, well, I should be on my way. If you say so. He is a very dedicated man, yes.
You must be busy. Perhaps we can talk another time.
Okay, then. So as a player, yeah, I don't know what to think about Gregor, but as Samli, I think he'd be okay with him because he'd believe that he's there under orders of the Chantry and he knows what he's doing and he's got the right to make a call, you know?
I wonder how the King's army fares at Ostagar. I've heard talk of a new Blight.
There we go. Cardinal Rules of Magic. What is this one again? There's a lot of reading for this prologue series. I gotta read this though, because I gotta remember what this is all about. You must not be under the misimpression that magic is all powerful. There are limits, and not even the greatest mages may overcome them. No one, for instance, has found any means, that's right, of traveling either over great distances or small ones beyond putting one foot in front of the other. The immutable nature of the physical world prevents this. So no, you cannot simply pop over to Minrathos to borrow a cup of sugar. Nor may you magic the essay you forgot in the apprentice dormitory to your desk. You will simply have to be prepared. Similarly, even when you send your mind into the fade, your body remains holy crap, I can't read right now. Your body remains behind. Only once has this barrier been overcome, and reputedly the spell required 2/3 of the lyrium in the Devinter Imperium, as well as the lifeblood of several hundred slaves. The results were utterly disastrous. Finally, life is finite. A truly great healer may bring someone back from the very precipice of death when breath and heartbeat have ceased, but the spirit still clings to life. But once the spirit has fled the body, it cannot be recalled. That is no failing of the skills or of power. It is simply reality. Unless you're like a win, then you break all the rules. As long as the spirit wants to hang out, I guess you just keep on rocking and rolling. Just keep on stealing crap. Hey, Mage.
I hear Irving's very proud of you.
Hi, Mage.
I'd avoid Leora if I were you. She's been rather testy lately.
Who?
Senior Enchanter, Leora, over there.
Okay, let's talk to Leora. Right after taking another book, Malefacrum. So I'm not going to read that one. Malefacrum are...
Oh, it's you. I hear Irving's looking for you.
So you don't have to talk to me? Hey, Mage. Yeah, mages that break the rules.
This is infuriating. Another batch destroyed.
Hedge mages.
Have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom?
He's always in the stockroom, buddy. Yes, I just spoke to him.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying
Why wouldn't
around.
he have been there?
When I asked last week, he said he was running out.
Isn't he always there? Isn't that what that's all he does? And he doesn't really think to do anything else? Curious. What the hell, dude? He's right there. He's across the hall, buddy. You lazy prick. Okay, so another book here.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Fuck you, Samli. Okay, the Rite of Annulment. The Rite of Annulment. In the 83rd year of the Glory Age, one of the mages of the Navarran Circle was found practicing forbidden magic. The Templars executed him swiftly, but this brewed discontent among the Navarran Circle. The mages made several magical attacks against the Templars, vengeful for the executed mage, but the Knight Commander was unable to track down which were responsible. 3 months later, the mages summoned a demon and turned it loose against the Templar Watchers. Demons, however, are not easily controlled. After killing the first wave of Templars who tried to contain it, the demon took possession of one of its summoners. The resulting abomination slaughtered Templars and mages both before escaping into the countryside. The Grand Cleric sent a legion of Templars to hunt the fugitive. They killed the abomination a year later, but by that time it had slain 70 people. Divine Galatia, responding to the catastrophe in Navarra and hoping to prevent further incidents, granted all the Grand Clerics of the Chantry the power to purge, oh that's right, the circle entirely if they rule it irredeemable. This rite of annulment has been performed 17 times over the last 700 years. So when things go down in the tower, you can basically it basically ends with this choice where if you think the I don't want to spoil too many things, but I assume people who are watching this series at this point have cleared the series or watched other series, but in any case, you can perform a rite of annulment with Gregor and just wipe out the mages. Context. So I would respect prayer. Stay silent.
Blessed are the penitents who seek his return. Blessed is the prophetess, purified by flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. So let it be. Oh, I didn't see you there.
Just don't be a crazy.
I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times.
I guess Samli would as well. I should not interrupt your meditations. Are you in trouble? Just speaking words brings you peace? I don't find comfort in such things. What's your name, man? I should not interrupt your meditations. Yeah.
Oh, all right then.
Oh.
I should go.
No, did I just end? I wanted to keep talking to you. I thought you were gonna here to catch her, Samli. Oh well, that's okay. We have the prophet Draste. Right. Why can't I? There we go. Okay, Lily. Who are you, Lily?
I heard about your harrowing.
So quick, huh?
Congratulations. Yeah, Andraste must have smiled upon you.
She did. That's why I was so awesome and quick at it.
I'll get on.
And we have another book. We have the Blight. We all know what the Blight is by now. We have the Maker. We all know what the Maker is by now. Let's talk to this guy over here by the stairs.
Third floor is off limits till dinner time. First enchanter's order.
Gotcha. And Duncan's right over here, as we can see by little Tuki over here. Boop.
Many have already gone to Ostagar. Wynne, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own?
Us and them.
Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor?
Oh.
Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please.
Yeah, Samli would be on Irving's side.
Someone is here to see.
He would not be. Okay. If this is the kind of thing that's going on, then he's definitely with. Mages should carry their own. They should run their own rules. He respects everything about the Chantry and this and that. But if he sort of gets the sense that there's they're just putting their thumb down, you know what I mean? No, I think mages need to start taking power for themselves and separating from the church again, because it already happened in history, so they need to do it again. You sent for me. Hello, First Enchanter. First Enchanter sent. Yeah, First Enchanter.
If it isn't our new brother in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
He doesn't seem like a bad dude.
Of course. Well, and where was I? Oh, yes. This is Duncan of the Grey Wardens.
Is this why you had me summoned? Pleased to meet you. A Grey Warden in the tower. What's he doing here? Is this why you summoned me? Pleased to meet you. I'm curious about the Grey Wardens.
War brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the king's army at Ostagar.
Why? Right, because I wouldn't know that there's anything, no Blight thing. Did someone say that they thought there was a Blight? I don't remember, but I'm going to assume I didn't. I don't know. Or it would be rumor. I would like to defend Ferelden. I would like to defend. This goes back to the whole, the long-term vision for Samli is that even, the original concept for him on tabletop was golems, mass manufacturing golems. This was 20 years ago, folks. This was well before Dragon Age. See how this all plays into the whole Dwarven Caradon? That's going to be a fun little discussion. Or Shale. That's going to be a fun relationship for sure. I would like to defend Ferelden, yes.
With the Darkspawn invading, we need all the help we can get, especially from the circle.
Darkspawn invading. What are Darkspawn? I have to know what Darkspawn are. Come on, Darkspawn are a Dwarven problem. Okay, well, no. What do you mean? Okay, so this is where I can ask officially about the Blight.
The power you mages wield is an asset to any army.
Indirectly.
Your spells are very effective against large groups of mindless darkspawn.
Yeah.
I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another
Okay, so he's
Blight.
not confirming.
Duncan, you worry the poor lad with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for him.
We live in troubled times.
This is Andraste sending Samli
We
a
should
sign
seize moments of levity,
that he has to
especially
seize
in
this
troubled
moment.
times. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi.
Thank you, first enchanter. My phylactery. My leash, you mean? I need to know more about this as a player. Because I just know revenants are attached to phylacteries. That's it. After throwing me to the wolves, do I know what I mean? If you become a mage, surely you know what my phylactery is. And this is for player's sake. I'm going to ask for player's sake.
You may not remember, but blood was
fade,
taken from you when you first came to us.
Shit.
This
the fade
blood
left me
is
foggy.
preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they turn
Thank
apostate.
you, Duncan, for giving me context.
Few choices. The gift of magic is
So they
looked
hunt?
upon with suspicion
That's how they
and
have the
fear.
mage.
We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the circle's insignia.
Gear me up.
Wear them proudly, for you have earned
I will
them.
be a commander one day. Thank you. I am glad to be part of the circle. Yeah, I'm glad.
It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite.
Could have told me
Now then,
before
take your
Joan
time
asked
to
me
rest,
for the information
or
as a
study
player,
in the
but
library.
whatever.
The day is yours.
I'll do that. Can I leave the tower? I prefer to talk now. Sure, he's all for just
impetuousness
move this forward.
is ever the province of youth, I see.
I will return to my
Get the
quarters.
information from Duncan.
Would you
Let's
be
move
so
on.
kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child?
It would be my pleasure. Does Duncan not know where his quarters are? If I must. No, it'd be my pleasure.
The guest quarters.
So at this
are
point,
on the
Samli, it's
east
not that
side of this floor.
I've already been there.
close
It's
to
not that
the
Samli
library. Now,
believes
both
this is all about
excuse
him
me,
being the one mage
I have
for the Grey
matters to
Wardens, but that
discuss with
he's
Grey
willing to be
Warden.
part of the army that they're trying to. That's his next step in life. He feels like he needs to be doing that. So what's this one? Okay, Duncan. We already read this. I'm going to reread Duncan because I don't remember his history here. I like this paragraph. So, like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting ties. He might say this was a convenience in his case, however. His mother was from the Anderfells, his father from Tevinter. His childhood was spent in the free marshes of Orlais. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. Interesting. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. And there's a pile of books over there, which I would have walked away from. And this episode is getting long, so I'm going to grab this right here. The Blood Magic. Blood Magic. Maybe we'll read Blood Magic before ending this episode, because this is a very plausible direction for Samli Kane to take here. The ancient Tevinters did not originally consider blood magic as a school of its own. Rather, they saw it as a means to achieve greater power in any school of magic. The name, of course, refers to the fact that magic of this type uses life, specifically in the form of blood instead of mana. It was common practice at one time for a magister to keep a number of slaves on hand so that, should he undertake the working of a spell that was physically beyond his abilities, he could use the blood of his slaves to bolster the casting. Over time, however, the Imperium discovered types of spells that could only be worked by blood. Although Lyrium will allow a mage to send his conscious mind into the Fade, blood would allow him to find the sleeping minds of others, view their dreams, and even influence or dominate their thoughts. Just as treacherous blood magic allows the veil to be opened completely so that demons may physically pass through it into our own. The rise of the Chant of Light and the subsequent fall of the Old Imperium has led to blood magic being all but stamped out, as it should be, for it poses nearly as great a danger to those who would practice it as to the world at large. Now, where it gets interesting in the concept of Samli Kane, follow me, Duncan, while I talk, is that he understands the danger of blood magic. He understands why it needs to be snuffed, like it needs to be ended, snuffed out, whatever. But he's willing to do it because that's why I kind of suggested that he has a different belief system in Andraste. He doesn't follow Andraste the same way other people follow Andraste. His belief in Andraste is that because of her dying on the flame of the stake, I think this is his room? Yeah.
Thank you for escorting me.
Because she died on the stake for the people, he believes that it's his personal, like him and like, I think this is how I'd kind of angle the blood magic thing, is that he would see blood magic as like a direct conduit to her suffering at that stake to the flame. So he might not be right about it. He might be crazy. He might be Maleficarum. But the point is, that's how I see this thing possibly playing out. If I play him further, I must see if this stuff is better. I had a better staff that I didn't move over. I thought I moved. Doesn't matter. I had a couple bugs with the mod going down that I had to keep on. I had to reboot like 4 or 5 times and then catch up to the door just to see if Duncan was dressed and stuff. And it was a mess. Anyways, I got through it, and I do need to end this episode. I thought I got some robes or something. There we go, mage robes. Yeah, these are better. Let's see what they look like. Oh, that's pretty. And all because I'm trying to install this mod that basically makes clothing prettier. I think that's, if you guys ever see anything that looks different with clothing and stuff, it's now I forgot the name of it. I literally just spent an hour dealing with fixing this mod, and I can't remember the name of it. Improved Atmosphere, the one that messed up Joan's head, that removed Joan's head from his body. It also undressed Duncan, and so that's what I had to fix. Anyways, that's it. We're going to end this episode right here. I'm going to talk to Duncan at the start of the next episode, and then we're going to... Oh, dear God. Do you see? In all my attempts to fix this mod, I have recreated Headless Joan to haunt my waking dreams. Good thing I'm in the episode here. I will make sure Joan has a head once again when we return for the third part of this Samli playthrough of the Human Mage. So come on back next time. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, folks. Peace, everybody.